His name was Michael, and before the tragedy, he had what many would call an ordinary but beautiful life. He was a devoted husband to Sarah, a proud father to 2 children, Emma, age 8, and Noah, age 5. He served faithfully as a deacon in his small-town church. He grilled burgers on weekends, sang off-key during worship, and prayed every night with his family. They weren't rich, they didn't have much, but they had each other, and they had peace. Until one day, everything changed. It was a warm Saturday afternoon in early spring. Sarah had promised the kids a trip to the ice cream shop after lunch. Michael had planned to join them but stayed back to fix a leaky faucet. He kissed Sarah goodbye, hugged the kids. "Love you, be safe," he shouted from the porch. They never made it home. A few blocks from the ice cream shop, a car ran a red light. At over 90 meters away, it was driven by a 25-year-old man named Aaron. He was drunk. He'd been partying since noon. The impact killed Sarah instantly. The children passed away moments later. Aaron survived with only a broken arm. Michael's phone rang at 3:42 p.m. The police, the hospital, the unbearable silence when he arrived. He didn't remember the drive. He didn't remember the words. He only remembered collapsing on the floor of the ER and screaming a sound that no words could carry. The funeral was a blur. People came, people cried, people said things like, "They're in a better place. God has a plan. You have to be strong." But none of it helped. Michael didn't want a plan. He wanted his family. Weeks passed. He didn't eat much. He couldn't sleep. He stopped answering calls. He stopped going to church. His house felt haunted by memories. The empty shoes by the door, the unfinished drawing on the fridge, the toothbrushes still in the bathroom. He left everything where it was, because touching it felt like erasing them. He didn't hate God, but he couldn't talk to him either. Prayer felt pointless. Scripture sounded hollow. Every time he tried to pray, only one thought came. Why them? Why not me? Aaron, the man who caused the crash, was arrested. He was charged with vehicular manslaughter. Michael was invited to attend the trial, but he couldn't. Not yet. His lawyer asked, "Do you want the maximum sentence?" Michael didn't even respond. Inside, he felt dead. Not angry, just numb. That numbness became bitterness, the kind that wraps around your soul, slowly like a vine, the kind that hardens your voice and darkens your view of the world. One morning, Michael opened a drawer looking for batteries and found his daughter's old Bible. It was pink, with little stickers and scribbled drawings in the margins. He flipped through it more from instinct than intent. Then he saw it, a small sticky note, folded, purple ink. It said, "Daddy, I know God helps us forgive, even the worst people." Emma Michael's breath caught. He sank into the floor and wept for the first time in months. That note wouldn't leave him. It followed him through the kitchen, to bed, to the mirror. God helps us forgive, even the worst people. Michael wasn't ready, but something in him whispered, "Start here." He began to pray again. Not beautifully, not even with faith, but with pain, with rawness, with broken honesty. "God, I don't want to forgive. I want justice. I want them back. I want to scream. But if you're real, if you're still listening, teach me how to forgive." Day after day, sometimes he just stared at the sticky note. Other days he wrote in a journal. One sentence kept coming back. "I want to be free." A year passed, and Michael made a decision that stunned everyone. He asked to meet Aaron face to face. The prison guards were skeptical. The chaplain warned it could be difficult, but Michael insisted. The day arrived. Michael walked into a small cold room with a steel table and 2 chairs. Aaron was already seated. He looked smaller than Michael expected, pale, fragile, eyes sunken with guilt. He couldn't lift his head. He whispered, I don't deserve to be here. Michael sat across from him. He looked into the eyes of the man who took everything from him. And then, in a voice that trembled but did not break, he said, I came here to say one thing. I forgive you. Aaron burst into tears. He tried to speak, but the words fell apart. Michael continued, not because you earned it, not because I forgot, but because Christ forgave me. And if he could love me at my worst, then I have no right to hold hate forever. They spoke for 2 hours. Not everything was healed, but something opened. Michael walked out that day not with his family restored, but with his soul finally free. Today, Michael speaks in churches, prisons, and grief groups. He doesn't glamorize the pain. He doesn't pretend forgiveness was easy. He tells people, forgiveness is not weakness. It's warfare. It's how we reclaim the territory hate tried to steal. He holds up Emma's sticky note when he speaks. He says, this is what taught me more theology than any seminary. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting, it's about releasing. It's about saying, I won't let what hurt me keep owning me. So I ask you, is there someone you need to forgive? Maybe it's not as dramatic, maybe it's a friend, a sibling, a parent, yourself, but you carry the weight, and it's stealing your joy, your sleep, your voice. Let Michael's story remind you, forgiveness doesn't excuse the pain. It just refuses to let pain have the last word. The cross of Christ wasn't fair. He forgave us when we didn't ask. He loved us when we spit in his face. He took our guilt and offered grace. And if we follow him, we must walk that same road. Forgiveness won't always feel good, but it will always set someone free, and often that someone is you. If this story moved your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Faithlight Stories. Each week, we tell real stories of grace, healing, and redemption, because we believe God is still in the business of restoring the broken. Thank you for listening. May you walk in freedom, and may love always speak louder than hate.